Hey YouTube, figured I'd do a real quick vid on my newest knife purchase here. It's a small Sebenza Insingo. I tried to do a vid on it last week when I got it, but for some reason the tube won't let me upload it. So slight delay, especially to those of you I promised that I would have this up. My apologies. And you guys also have to forgive my cold, as I'll be sniffling through this entire thing. Again, Chris Reeve. It's your standard Sebenza 21 handle. You'll notice the chamfer the edge is over. See if I put it on the light spot. They break the edge. They say to make it easier to go in and out of your pocket. And they router the edge on this more than the regular. And compared to the regular, it has, the 21s and the classics have a deeper cutout to actuate the lock bar. I'll pull the regular out of the box here to show you in a comparison. And the Insingo, the difference is the blade. You'll see it's kind of like a Warncliffe. Some people are calling it a modified Warncliffe, and some are calling it a reverse Tanto, which I disagree with. It's a very, very functional and useful blade. It's seen a lot of work in the last week, and it's excelled at everything. You see they chop a swedge on the back of it. See if I can get a better focus here. There you go. And what I like is, it'd be kind of hard to show you because I'm getting bad light on this for some reason, but you'll see the top of the hollow grind and the spine where they come together here is the reverse on the swedge, and it kind of makes a figure 8 or an X where they crisscross right there. I think that's kind of neat. At first I thought I would like to have this blade without the swedge, but after owning it now for a week, the swedge really does add a lot of mass to the tip and increase its strength. And if I can get a shot of that tip, it's just brutal. Because of that swedge being as scary sharp as it is, and the blade being a razor blade, which is fitting because they say Insingo means razor in Zulu. That's one of those Chris Reeve things. With how they sharpen that, it really comes to a nice point, and it's still pretty stout. It's been to me it looks like a Santoku kind of kitchen knife, and it's done a lot of kitchen work, chopping chicken nuggets for my son, and the like, some fruit and vegetables. Not that I eat a lot of it. I'm more a Hardee's kind of guy, but that shows in my health as compared to my wife. But this has already been to work in the garden quite a bit, and for your usual chopping chores that you get. I was never a big fan of the 21 handle. I didn't like the larger cutout. It just felt to me like I was pushing the lock over more, and I have to take that back. What they've done here is recess, and I don't know if it was like this before on the classics or if this is something that came about in the 21s. This isn't straight across from the top here to the top here. They've recessed into the lock bar, and it makes a nice smooth transition between the point for the choil and the lock bar, to where, although it looks like a pretty square handle, when you lock in on it, you really have an astoundingly stout grip. It's really locked in there well, and you don't feel like you could slide forward on the blade at all. In any stabbing, it feels like your entire finger is behind titanium here, when it's really just that little bit because of how they recess it. It's amazing. Chris Reeve really knows his stuff. Such a slight touch on that makes all the difference in the world. And another one a lot of people don't notice, and I almost can't catch it on film. Let's see if I can get it from the other side. If you look here, right underneath my finger, like up and down, there is a slight raise in the titanium here to go between your second and third finger, between your ring and your middle finger. It's almost unnoticeable, but right here. And that slight, I guess, obtrusion in the titanium, although smooth and almost unfelt until it's in your hand, fits right between these two. And I guess the old live long and prosper grip, but it locks you in great. The handle's a little longer than the regular. This one comes with blue hardware, blue thumb stud, blue backspacer, and a blue lanyard holder. This is not the lanyard that came with it. I bought some Night Eyes Figure 9 rope tighteners. They have a pack of 4 with some green reflective cord added on them for like $6 or something at Bass Pro Shop. So while I was there, I picked them up. And I like this green cord with the reflective dots better than the standard black Chris Reeve. Here's a quick comparison for the regular, my favorite everyday knife, as you can see by the still dirty even. The handle is just slightly longer. This one isn't radiused or cut on the edges quite as hard as this one is. You have a longer